Hello, people of America. I am Chef José Andrés, and welcome to my house, where this is actually my backyard. And today, you and I, we're gonna make paella together. Paella, my friends, is the name of the pan, the very shallow pan where we cook rice in Spain. A paella is about the rice. The rice is like a sponge, and that sponge absorbs all the flavor of all the ingredients. And possible, the bottom is gonna get crunchy, what we call the sucarrat. And if you are able to achieve this is perfection. So the most traditional paella Valenciana, will be things like chicken, rabbit, green beans. But today I'm gonna show you how to make the paella in an open fire, like my father showed me almost more than 40 years ago. We have the bounty of all the vegetables in the farmers markets all across America in the middle of the summer. I got the vegetables I found. But the important part here, the chicken, my friends. I guess the first thing you do is you take the head out. I mean, we can put it. You want me to put it? I'm gonna put it, yeah? Okay, goes in there. I go and I cut the neck right there. Then I go and I cut the wings. Then the feet. And my friends, my feet go into the paella. Why? Because they're gonna give so much gelatin. It's a nice texture in your lips. So we go and we cut the wings. Let's go. 1 and 2. There we go. So what I like to do sometimes is use upside down. Take a look, listen. Do you hear it? Oh yeah, I broke the bones. No big deal, but it's gonna make it easier to find that place that you're gonna go with a knife and you're gonna be almost separating the legs from the breast and the carcass with almost no effort. Just you go and you put the knife, and there you can see that almost without cutting, you are almost separating the bone from the rest of the carcass. Down here, right now, you got the first leg. Piece of cake. You do the same with the other one. And obviously we keep the skin. Why? Because I love the skin. Why? Because it's gonna be protecting the meat. And why? Because the skin is very delicious. You have the line right here that shows you where to cut. And you're gonna be cutting right here like I'm doing. When you find something here towards the neck that is kind of hard, that's the wishbone. I'm gonna cut through the bone like this. You see, wow, one time. If you do it hard, you're not gonna hurt yourself, it's easy, but I already cut it through it. I already separated the two breasts. Make sense? Great. I'm not deboning anything. I want all the bones part of the paella, because the bones, even more than the meat, is what is gonna be giving the flavor to the stock that we are about to make in the paella itself. That's why it's so important to be using the whole chicken's bone in and everything. They will cut the chicken in smaller pieces, but almost the same size. And now, my friends, I have all this whole chicken and all these chicken wings. And with this and all these vegetables, we're gonna make a great paella or arroz of chicken with vegetables, all right? Okay, people, ready to cook the paella. This is a big one. So you see, this is the paella. Looks like a UFO. Yeah, it does look like a UFO. Even I have one that can fit 500 people. It's like 2 meters long, bigger. So you know, the paella is very shallow, right? Because if you make a paella that is this thick of the rice that is right in the middle always is gonna be cooking more. If you make a paella that the layer is thinner, the rice cooks so much more evenly. This is what makes paella cooking so extraordinary, to cook the rice to perfection. I'm gonna start with the vegetables. This is kind of strange because usually a paella, everything goes in and nothing goes out. But this way, we're gonna be having certain control over these vegetables. The squashes, even the green beans, the cauliflower, and it's better that you cut them slightly bigger than smaller. Why? Because vegetables cook fairly quickly. Thicker, it's okay. Don't go for small. My wife loves vegetables. And the more I put, the happier she is. So who do you think is in charge? Look at how happy they are. You see, they're celebrating. Listen, that's a celebration. Do you see how the vegetables are getting brown? That's a good news. And now we're gonna add the mushrooms. Why at the end? Because you know mushrooms, they have so much water content that will make the entire pan watery very quickly. So I'm gonna put them right here at the last moment. And now we can add some salt. Why? Because the vegetables are telling me. Can you hear them? Don't worry, it's not too much. So now I'm gonna start taking the vegetables out, and I'm gonna be putting them back in the same pots I had. Now they are all happy because they are all together. Okay, babies, don't be unhappy. You are gonna come back. Sometimes you need to talk to your vegetables and to your ingredients so they know what's going on. They are very much like us. Yeah, don't worry. And yeah, you got it. We need more oil. Why? Because it's the time for the chicken to come into action. And the chicken goes in. It's always good to put one piece to make sure that gets hot, and then everything goes in. First, everything else that is not the breast. The reason we are cooking the vegetables separate from the chicken is this. We're gonna be using water today. So we're gonna have to be cooking the chicken with the water around 10 minutes. Why? Because those 10 minutes, I am making the stock. The chicken is cooking, but the chicken is giving flavor. I already got the flavor in the water. But these 10 minutes that I'm saving from the vegetables being cooked inside. This way, the pie is gonna be even better. Make sense? And then we go with the chicken wings. And now we put the breast, but it's okay if you put it before. Okay, people, now the chicken, you can see the color. I'm adding the carrots right now. And you're gonna be wondering why now. Well, the carrots are a root, right? They're under. And now is a good moment to add the salt. I like to do it at the end. Why? The same as the vegetables, to make sure that the salt doesn't let the chicken start crying and giving water away too early. And now is an important moment. Everything in the middle. I open a little bit on the edges. Pimentón. What is pimentón? Pimentón is paprika. Spanish paprika. That is slightly smoked. This moment, I don't want the pimentón to burn. That's why the wine is handy. Now, the pimentón got the aroma. Oh yeah. And the wine is helping to make sure I don't burn it. I mix again, and this is the moment I add tomato, skin and everything. And right here, we are making like a sofrito, only with the oil, the pimentón, and the tomato. But the sofrito will be a base, a mother sauce that will allow you to make many other dishes. Here is gonna be caramelizing, getting all this flavor. It's gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna put the saffron, and I'm gonna cook it very quickly, or I'm gonna burn it. Saffron, obviously we grow it in Spain, are the pistils of the Crocus sativus. That's the Latin name for this amazing, beautiful purple flower that, when it comes to life, gives you 3 pistils of saffron that people pick by hand, one by one. And it's such a delicacy. And my friends, this is the moment of truth. I'm bringing the water. I'm gonna put 15 quarts of water. I'm crazy? Yeah, probably. 15 quarts of water, because I'm doing 1.5 kilos. 1 pot of rice is 1 to 10. I think it's something very profound when you're able to make a paella from scratch, from water. And this is another trick. Put the saffron in this hot broth. It's like if you're making a tea, like an infusion of saffron itself. This is another way to release not only the aromas of the saffron, but the other part of the saffron, the beautiful reddish orange color that saffron provides to the rice dish. So remember that then if here is less boiling, even it's boiling, you have to put more wood in this side because the flames are gonna be moving. Just be ready to sweat. So now we got the saffron infusion. Oh yeah. And in this moment, it's time to taste before I add the rice. But I like to try the broth before I add the rice.
Do you stir this or no?
Yeah, we're not like the Italians, and I like Italians. They're good people. But it's so many injuries with the risotto, man. I call it the risotto elbow. They make you stir rice for 30 minutes non-stop. Who does that? Spanish people. We drink, we watch, we smell, we celebrate, and we let the fire do its work. So we are using this amazing rice, a friend of mine, Molino Roca. It's unbelievable. Comes from Valencia, bomba rice that everybody knows. It's more rice than bomba. We have a lot of different types. Paella rice, bomba rice. It's called bomba in a way. It's almost like a little ball. It's a very small, very short grained rice. This is gonna be tripling, quadrupling its size. It's how much this rice gelatinized is absorbing the liquid. That's it. And in this moment, my friends, with all the rice, now I'm gonna make sure the fire doesn't stop. Because if it stops, I'm in trouble. Because now from the moment it's finished, it's gonna be around 16 minutes and a half, 17th. This is good. Already the evaporation begins, already the rice starts. And now, my friends, is the moment I'm adding the vegetables. Right now, one ingredient that is as important is this smoke that the fire is giving. The smoke that the wood gives to the paella is an ingredient as important as the rest of the ingredients. That's why the smoke we can never forget. This is a moment you're gonna be putting some branches of rosemary, doing a little infusion. I want only to release a little bit of the aroma of the rosemary into the paella. Rosemary has a very intense flavor. After some time, 1 minute or two, I take now all the rosemary out. You see, the boiling keeps going, and still we are 8 minutes away from being finished. But there still is a lot of water that needs to evaporate, so I need to still this be heavy. But now is when this is getting hot and without any moisture, the rice very quickly maybe is sticking to the bottom. But it's a very thin line between achieving that perfect crunchy brown rice in the bottom from a rice that burns, and you will have the aroma of burn. So that's why to bring it down to this dry perfection is so important. I'm controlling the overcooking of the rice used by making sure it has no more liquid. So now you see we have a perfect layer in the bottom, not too thick, it's very shallow. Now is the moment to take it out, and this is too big for me, so I need help. Okay, people. Okay, one. Where are we going? There? People! The rice is talking to me. The rice is saying, Jose, I'm happy. Oh my God, my elbow. I'm due. Are we putting it here? My wife knows?
Yes.
You want her to kill me? I'll kill you? Okay. Well, you see, this looks like a very precious, gorgeous paella pan with beautiful rice that is being perfectly gelatinized with the chicken, the vegetables that play the role. And actually, I don't care about the vegetables. I don't even care about the chicken. I only want the fork that is gonna go into my mouth to be this one bite of amazing, flavorful rice. That's Paella 101. Oh yeah, precious. Ah, look at, you see, we got a little bit of the brown. I'm serving myself the neck of the chicken. And why not, a wing. Oh yeah. Oh my God, the aroma. I am in Valencia. I am in Spain. I'm such a good cook. And obviously, we got some sucre. You can see the brownish in the bottom, but you can see that the brownish in the bottom was achieved. You know, you are only as good as the last meal you made. And the paella is the perfect dish to prove that you are one person with a fire, with your paella pan, and with your destiny. Time is the most precious thing we have. And when you put that time, if you like cooking, invest it into mastering the art of cooking a paella in an open fire, is the best feeling in the history. The best feeling in the history.